Hello students, welcome back to the class. In the last class we have discussed about government to citizen model. In this class we will discuss about the remaining point. Okay, so in this class we will discuss about what are the important organs of United Nations organization, and then we will discuss about Panchil agreement. So these two topics today we are going to discuss it. So first one, main organs of United Nations organization. United Nations organization, this is mainly established after the Second World War. This is one important organization. These organizations are mainly established only to avoid the wars, because after Second World War, when the countries have faced the losses and when the countries have faced destruction, then they decided that in the future again if any war will occur, then it will be problem for the mankind as well as it is a great problem for the economy. And that is why different countries and the different leaders have decided to form an international organization which is called as United Nations organization. The main aim of this organization is to avoid the war in the futures. United Nations organization is premier as international organization. So after the League of Nations, this organization was established at international level, and this organization was established by mainly 5 important countries were involved. Okay. Next come to the point, establishment of this organization main purpose is they wanted to avoid peace as well as they wanted to avoid security. United Nations organizations are mainly established to develop the peace as well as to provide security to the people, and that is why United Nations organization has been established. Peace and security is very important. United Nations organizations were mainly formed because of the failure of League of Nations. As soon as when the League of Nations failed, so League of Nations is also one international organization that was established after First World War. So after when the League of Nations was established, they failed. Even though the League of Nations was established, Second World War started. So the international leaders have decided that the League of Nations is failed to control the war, and that is why in place of League of Nations they have established United Nations organization. So already the League of Nations was formed after the First World War, but League of Nations failed to control, and in the presence of League of Nations the Second World War have been occurred, and that is why the countries have decided to start the war. Second World War, if you see that Allied powers have decided to establish the world body. All the Allied powers are nothing but those who has won the Second World War. England, France, Russia, America, these are the 4 countries they were called as Allied powers. So all the Allied powers have decided that we should start a type of organization which will prevent peace as well as security and which will avoid wars in the future. If you go forward, there was an idea which was created in the world peace which have proposed in Atlantic Charter in 1941. So at last here we can find that the world leaders, they met in 2 important leaders, they met in Atlantic Ocean. In the Atlantic Ocean they have signed an agreement which is famous called as Atlantic Charter. Actually this agreement to form the international organizations like UNO, it was proposed in 1941. In 1941 some countries like England and America, in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean, okay, in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean while going through ships, they signed an agreement which is called as Atlantic Charter. According to this agreement, they proposed to form one international organization which is called as United Nations organization, which will mainly prevent war and which will prevent war in the future. Now this agreement was signed mainly between England and America. During that time, the Prime Minister of England was Winston Churchill and the Prime Minister of America was Franklin D. Roosevelt. Okay, these 2 important leaders have enunciated what are the principles is freedom to use the seas. During that time when the war took place, the main problem is restrictions were there for using the seas. So after this, leaders have signed an agreement which is Atlantic Charter. According to this agreement, they decided to form United Nations organization, and also they wanted to give some rights to all the countries. First one, freedom to use sea. No restriction should be there for using any type of sea. Today also we can find there are some restrictions which are going on in China Sea, South China Sea. So whatever the seas may be that belongs to the international country have right to use that seas. And one more policy they implemented in Atlantic Charter is disarmament. So countries should not go for the heavy competition for increasing the weapons. Disarmament is a policy where you have to decrease your weapons. When you have decreased the weapons in the future, destruction also will be less, because when you are increasing the destructive weapons and suddenly when the war starts and if you are involving in the war, there was a great loss in the mankind, and that is why according to Atlantic Charter, first important rights they wanted to give freedom by the sea. Every person have right to use the sea, and second thing is disarmament, decreasing the arms. So people should decrease their weapons. Equal access to all the nation. Every nation have right to use equal amount. Every nation have right to use the natural resources equally. That is called as equal access of all the nation natural resources. And now come to the point, some organs, some of the important organs of United Nations Organization: General Assembly, Security Council, Economic and Social Council, Trusteeship Council, Secretariat, and International Court of Justice. So these are the various organizations which were mainly established. General Assembly, this is just an assembly which was established just like Parliament. This is a world parliament. The members which are appointed in this assembly were the terms for the period of 2 years. Security Council, Economic Social Council, Trusteeship Council, Secretariat, and International Court of Justice. So these are the important organizations which are formed in the United Nations Organization. So what we have discussed, children, we have discussed about United Nations Organization. So this is one of the international organization which was mainly established to prevent the peace as well as security. And after the failure, after First World War, there was a organization which was established called League of Nations. So but the League of Nations failed to prevent the war, and that's why the country decided, allied countries have decided to form one organization which is called as International Organization, UNO. So this creation of these organizations, already in 1941 they decided to create, and in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean when the ship is going on, the leaders have decided to form an organization, and also they wanted to provide some rights. So first one, 1949, in Atlantic Charter they decided to form an organization called UNO, and also they wanted to provide some rights to all the countries like freedom to use sea, disarmament movements, and every country have equal access to use the natural resources. Apart from this, here we can find this agreement was signed between England and America, particularly from the side of England, Winston Churchill, and from the side of America, Franklin D. Roosevelt have signed this agreement which is famous called as Atlantic Charter. Atlantic is actually the ocean, charter is an agreement. This agreement was signed in the middle of the ocean in the sense not when they are standing they signed, just when they are in the ship, and when this ship is going in Atlantic Ocean, and that is why this agreement when they have signed in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean in ship, that is why this is called as Atlantic Charter. So these are the various important things: General Assembly, Security Council, Economic and Social Council, Trusteeship Council, Secretariat, and International Court of Justice. So these are the various organizations which was formed as a main organ of United Nations Organization. Now come to the point, Panchshil Agreement. Children, this is an agreement which was signed between India as well as China. India and China, they signed this agreement which is popularly called as Panchshil Agreement. Panchashila in the sense 5 principle. So this is the 5 principle which was adopted on 29th May. This agreement was adopted on 29th May 1954 to improve a relations between the India and China. They signed this agreement which is called as Panchshil Agreement. So Panchshil Agreement was mainly signed between the two countries, India and China, to improve the relations. And this agreement was adopted on 29th May and 1954. This agreement was signed which is called as Panchshil Agreement. This agreement was signed between the two countries which is called as India as well as China. First one, if you see peaceful coexistence, all the countries should be peacefully, they should live peacefully. Second important part of this agreement is non-aggression. No country should interfere or no country should invade the external boundaries, and no country should be aggressions. Third point is equality. Benefits should be given to all the countries equally. Both the countries should respect the integrity as well as sovereignty, supreme power. So both the countries, either India and China, they should give respect to the sovereignty as well as integrity. And no country should interfere in internal affairs. No two countries like India and China should interfere in the internal matter. So India should not interfere in the matter of China, and China should not interfere in the matter of India. So this is the point. So what we have studied, Panchshil Agreement is a agreement which was signed between India and China. This agreement was adopted on 29th May 1954. This agreement was signed between India and China. So this is called as Panchshila Agreement. The 5 principles of this agreement is: first one, peaceful coexistence, non-aggression, equality, mutual respects, non-interference in internal affairs. So, these are the 5 important principles. So, even though this agreement was signed, after signing this agreement the war was started in 1962 between India and China. Okay. So, this is one point. So, what we have discussed here in this point, 5 principles are nothing but peaceful coexistence. In the sense, both the countries should cooperate peacefully with each other. Second thing, no country should have aggressions towards each other. Okay. Aggressions means showing angry or invading in the boundaries or starting any war. Next one, equality. Each country should get benefits equally. And mutual respects. Both the countries should respect the territorial unity as well as sovereignty. And non-aggressions in internal affairs. No country should interfere in the internal affairs, and neither the China should interfere in the matter, neither India should interfere in the matter. So, this is nothing but a Panchsheel agreement, and this agreement was signed between 1954. Okay. Even though after signing this agreement between India and China, the war was started in 1962. So, this is the topic, children. We have discussed now in the topic, we have discussed about United Nations organizations and some important organs of United Nations organization, and we have discussed about Panchsheel agreement, 5 principles. So, we will meet you in the next class and we will discuss about the further points. Thank you very much.